Morning, this is John Sabota, just reporting on the R.A.A.F Memorial Park, which is half like a reserve and half a play activity area and fitness area for the community. It has some small bush walking tracks, would you believe, in the north of Mount Druitt, or northwest of Mount Druitt. And I'm taking on one of the tracks that will make you see where it leads to, which is the main footpath in the R.A.A.F Memorial Park. R.A.A.F Memorial Park was dedicated to the air servicemen who were living around Mount Druitt in government provided houses, and who were working at the Richmond Air Base in the Second World War. Their families were living in Wayland, I understand. Might have some historians that might prove me wrong. And these servicemen, this park has been dedicated to these servicemen. Where we talk about land that is not being used and used correctly for the environmental purposes. I've enjoyed this park every time I've been here, and I haven't been on this walk many times, but the times I have been, I've been very precariously walking here because it hasn't been built the way it has been as it is today. Council has to be recognised wholeheartedly for maintaining this track, which is probably unknown to the general community. And I do suggest people, if they do want to have short walks in the bush, especially during the day, go in groups, but good to keep your fitness up in walking. Although I'm a public transport advocate, I still think that walking is a good way of getting around to places. As you can hear, my breathing is getting a bit deeper because I'm enjoying it. And there's a freshness around the air today. We're coming close to winter. It's May. You can see the track coming from a junction here. We're just passing another junction behind, which also comes from the street that I entered it from. And here's the junction that it comes from, and you can see it comes from the street, so people would probably use it from this part of Mount Druitt. The scene is a very traditional bush scene. A lot of greenery at the moment. You can see the burns on the trees, probably from previous summers. And I'd say in the 1930s and 40s and 50s, this part of Western Sydney, when it wasn't built for housing, would have been full of bushfires. And now there's more residential homes around this area here outside the Memorial Park. This prevents bushfires to be presented in this area here. I'm just walking on parts where it's grassed areas because there are some pebbles there which make my walking a little bit uncomfortable, but that's just me. And here comes the track to the fitness part of the fitness part of the the Mount Druitt Memorial, R.A.A.F Memorial Park, I should say. And I do thank Council, current and present, to maintain and provide this fitness track for the people of Mount Druitt. I have seen people using this track, and I do hope that the people do want to eventually, how can I say it, use this track and to give themselves a better fitness for themselves. A lot of people in Mount Druitt probably require that little bit of extra fitness to give them that extra good life. Here's that walking track I was talking about there. That leads to Carlisle Road at the end there. And the junction in the corner there, you'll see corner of Woodstock in Carlisle, And the track actually goes around the far back there. You'll see some a climbing event down the back in the middle there. There's another feature further down, I think. No, that was it. And there's some other features around the track as well. And you've got some picnic areas if you want to sit down and have a picnic or talk. It is pretty well maintained. And that's pretty much the R.A.A.F Memorial Park. And here's the central bit there, which probably makes it a memorial to the Australians that we totally respect for fighting for our country in other lands. Although my parents were never born in Australia, I do understand that for generations of Australians it is important to pay respects to the ones that fought for the country in other lands. And here is a beautiful driveway which goes around this central part here, which commemorates the servicemen and women that served in the Richmond Air Base. And what do we have is the Australian kangaroo. I think that symbolises the reason why we're Australians, and shows how much we can hop around in life and still enjoy and respect others. Thank you very much for listening to this video.